Hello. It is Friday. Is it Friday? Today is Friday. April the 17th. 17th? I feel like it is. Hello. I was all dressed up to get on Devon's podcast and her internet went kapooey and I was like, well, I'm here. I might as well talk. So, in Sarah Beth's Terry news today, I bought another lilac bush. I know. I don't even know where I'm going to put it, but I'll put it somewhere. Don't tell me where to stick it, okay? Because let's not be rude. So, hello, friends. How in the world are you? What's going on with you? Figuring out what in the world's happening in the world. So, if you're keeping up with the global and political climate, here's your headlines for today. The Strait of Hormuz is, the crisis talks are underway. World leaders are meeting to address reopening the vital oil shipping route amid rising geopolitical tensions. Meaning that we said open it, they said no, and we said open it, and they said no, so now we're going to go over and make them open it. No. The new analysis that's just came out suggests that America's diplomatic leverage is weakening after recent international conflicts and strained alliances. So our global influence might be under scrutiny just a hair, but ask us if we care because we don't. As far as energy and economy goes, there was a major refinery fire. It disrupted the fuel supply. The large blaze at a key refinery has cut fuel production significantly, prompting emergency supply measures. That's as of The Guardian a while ago. So I don't know what that means at this point. I'm not surprised that they don't ask for our firstborn and a right arm for a tank of gas. So, nothing surprises me anymore. Energy prices and markets are reacting to uncertainty tied to the Middle East tensions. Duh. And the news that we already knew. Hello, Katie. Welcome. Thanks for being new here. Didn't know if you knew this, but Australia and Japan are finalizing a major naval agreement. So I don't know what's up with them. That seems weird, but that's all right. Do what you want to. There's a war crimes case that's causing a lot of controversy right now. A high-profile defendant has been granted conditional bail, stirring national debate. So that's all I know as far as that. They haven't told who it is, what's going on. So, there we are. It's kind of the day that we're having. Hello, Christina. How's life in Ohio today? Did you know that WrestleMania 42 is coming out, which makes me feel old as dirt? Sure does. I don't know what else to say about that. It's kind of crazy. The World Snooker Championship's kicking off, if you're a snooker fan. And BBC is shaking up sports broadcasting. So, the major change in snooker coverage is what signaled this priority in sports media change. And I'm like, I didn't realize snooker was such a big, whatever. So, excuse me. We already know that there's going to be spikes at the pumps. One, because we're going into spring break / traveling time / senior trip / prom time / Memorial Day. Gas always goes up this time of year. You're getting your boat ready. They need to make a buck. Tornado outbreaks are already in the Midwest and the South, and it's above average for April, so have your bug out bag ready. We're supposed to get some kind of crazy weather this weekend and a possible frost. There's a AI regulation debate heating up in Washington. Congress is weighing new rules around data usage, copyright, and job impact. So, good to know that they're keeping up with it. Hello, Peggy Sue Farley Guy. How are you? Hello, Rita Deckschmidt, all the way from Yaleville, Arkansas. Good to see you this morning. Or afternoon, as it were. I'm behind. In the music industry, some buzz that's coming through. Companies like 30 Tigers are continuing to disrupt the traditional label model. More artists keeping ownership and doing joint ventures instead of signing everything away. So that's changing everything up. A lot of good people are on 30 Tigers, and I really think that's the next train to be on. The song first culture is back. If you're old like me, then you know what that means. There's a noticeable swing right now It happens about every 6-7 years, away from the viral gimmicks, and now it's going more towards the strong songwriting and the storytelling. Kind of right in my lane, so I'm pretty excited about that. Country is leaning towards its roots again. Appalachian gospel, bluegrass influence is trending really bad right now. I'm really excited about it. Think less pop country and more front porch testimony kind of stuff. So kind of what we do all the time. So maybe it's finally time for the sun to shine on this dog's ass. Who knows? And artists are finally getting paid for their stuff to be on TV and film, and that's turned out to be a pretty good payday. The female narrative is changing in Nashville. It's no longer all sunshine and daisies. The grittier, more honest storytelling about divorce and faith and struggles and survival is getting a lot more traction these days. So it kind of feels like it's my time to put on my tiara, but who knows? In the Tays Valley, West Virginia area, spring flooding and river levels are being watched with the recent rain. The Kanawha River and the Ohio River regions are seeing elevated levels. Nothing catastrophic right now, like nothing to really kind of freak out about, but it is being monitored, so keep that in mind. Let's see. The infrastructure in the roadwork's picking up. They're going to be putting the Band-Aids on the road here soon. It's seasonal construction time in West Virginia. Give them a break. Make sure you don't run over none of them. Just watch out. You know, they've been working on it since they've been working on Briley Parkway, and now it's a race redneck and neck. The local economy is steady but tight. Small businesses are holding, but inflation, especially in fuels and groceries, are still the main pressure point here in West Virginia as well as in Appalachia. Live music is still grassroots strong. We've got Pikeville Hillbilly Days going on this weekend. Bars, churches, and local festivals are where the real scene is. If you want to see emerging and regional artists, touring artists build their loyalty, build their brand now. Without the industry backing, this is the time to hear real music, so get out there and enjoy some. Faith and community events are increasing with the spring. Get-togethers, ice cream socials, Easter egg hunts, and inspirations. If you don't have a church, find a church, and if they invite you, go. So, that's pretty much what I know. Just a few minutes ago, my good friend Gretchen Wilson released a little teaser, and yours truly is in it. And everybody had a character, and I was like, "What did I play?" And she's like, "Yourself." And I was like, "That is terrifying." So, Connie Adams Lawson, I'm exactly with you. What about the missing scientist? 10, either dead or missing, vanished into thin air in the past 2 to 3 years. Sounds like something that a foreign job would do, but it also sounds something like our own government would do to hide something that they ought not be talking about. So this sounds very eerily about, you know, kind of like the first 30 minutes of the 2012 movie with John Cusack in it. It also sounds a little bit like Deep Impact and also maybe a little bit of tinges of Armageddon. I don't know. I feel like Will Smith has prepared us for this, so nothing kind of surprises me at this point. But if you're doing science on nuclear fission or, you know, the time-space continuum, string theory, or outer space, just, you know, keep your head on a swivel. What did Nancy know? Anyway, so kind of work about it. Oh, Cynthia, you saw it too. Ha, 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 ha. I mean, don't be asking what I'm doing when clearly I'm sitting in a kiddie pool on the back of a truck smoking a joint holding a chicken with a big feather hat on. I mean, hello. Baking a cake. I told them when we were sitting in the video, and I said, listen, I know that this is all done with a little tinge of irony and tongue-in-cheek, but this kind of feels like the best family reunion that I've ever been to. It was a lot of fun. So, I have bought more Vinkavine, and if anybody is a propagating gardener besides myself, tell me how long it takes for Vinkavine to take, and if I should plant more than 2 sprigs at a time around the bases of my trees, because I'm not going to waste it if I can propagate it. You know, I'll just spread that shit out in the backyard so it don't look so bare where the fescue didn't take. If you put some ground cover over it that you don't have to worry about, you don't have to worry about copperheads and the like underneath it, and it makes up a root mat so the mats and the moles don't get through it, why not? You know? Make it look like it's on purpose, as Dolly would say. Find out who you are and do it on purpose. Hello from Pensacola. Hello from West by God, Virginia. Jane. Jeannie. Jan. I'm from Eastern Kentucky. It could go any way you want it to. So, we did have a great time, Teresa. I'm really excited for you all to see the video, which drops next Friday. Which means that the single will drop in 2 weeks. That's all I can tell you. Just a bunch of redneck shit. But right in my lane. Super excited about it. I called my friend Sarah today and I said, hey, listen, you want to go to the greenhouse? She's like, yeah, let me put my clothes on. I was like, okay. So we got him when we was at the greenhouse pretty early. She got some chocolate mint. She was so excited about it. And some pineapple sage, which if you've never had, I recommend. And keep in mind that herbs will grow to the planter that they're in. They're kind of like goldfish. They'll grow to the bowl that they're in, you know. That's why it doesn't matter if I'm in a camper, in a storage unit, in a house, in a mansion, in a cabin, in a villa. I will fill it to the brim with junk because I'm a maximalist who likes to hoard and collect things. So just remember that mint will take over your garden, so it's best to put it in a pot unless you want that to happen in your backyard. I recommend a variety if you're going to do that. Apple mint, banana mint, orange mint, Mojito mint, peppermint. I sound like Bubba Gump right now. Got chocolate mint, julep mint, peppermint, spearmint, banana mint, apple mint, orange mint, lemon mint, dinner mint, temperament, discernment. Anyway, I'm the one that wants you to come to Floribama. Well, then, by God, then get me a show there. It's not hard. Say, hey, I know this girl. She's on Facebook. She's got a lot of followers. She's got a lot of songs. She seems to be really funny, and she'll wear her big hat. She may or may not bring a chicken. She may or may not be in Crocs. How about it? And he'd be like, where do I sign up? And then you give him my website at sarahbethterry.com, and then he will call me and offer me an obscene amount of money, and I will head south on 65 just to get in it. That's how that works. Don't let me down, Gene. My husband just laughs at me. When? Whenever. My schedule's on my website. If you see a date open, be like, that's when we'll do it. May the 17th or whenever the hell I'm open. I don't know.
Tell them all to watch that video.
I don't know. They're talking about it. They're talking about me baking the cake. Listen, let's just talk about something. They put water in that kiddie pool, and after you watch the video, there's no need for them to be water in that kiddie pool. I'm telling you, I'm still pruny. There was 60-degree water, and I sat waist deep in it, holding a chicken and smoking something for almost 2 hours. I don't think G knows what our friendship means to me. I was wet in all the wrong places. About ruined my guitar case. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, so Vine usually takes 70 to 85 days to bloom from seed when established perennials take. I don't know what it says after that because it won't let me see it. Will it take if I put out little sprouts with some root hormone, or should I just stick it in the ground like my granny used to do for Cynthia? Get me a show at Floribama. Lord, that's 3 of y'all saying, let's come to Floribama. Well, hell, I know how to get there. It's on the Emerald Coast. You just hit 65 South and keep on going till you see the ocean.
Oh, Destin Songwriter Festival.
Oh, I'm headlining the Destin Songwriter Festival in October, so get really excited about that. By then, I'll be so super famous, y'all won't even know. You better order a hat now. I got to mail that hat out because this morning I didn't have a big enough box, so we're going to have to stop by the postal place and get some. I thought I did. So, Junie, if you're watching, I promise you it's coming to you ASAP. I just didn't have a box big enough, and I thought that I did. But that peacock feather made it a little bit hard. So, at least it's done. Oh, and remind me to sign it. Show me to sign it. If you want your ruffled feathers hat, I can make you one. Anyway, yes, thank you for asking. This is some kind of fairy trail in the back of me. I got tired of looking at that, it was just green. That's all it was. And I was like, meh. Need something. So, and I didn't realize how much the sunshine was shining through my dark blanket back here, but it sure as heck is. Telling you, that sunshine will come right on through. You need me out west, Shauna? Well, book it. As they would say at Pizza Hut when you finished a short story, book it. Right? Pizza Hut. Yeah. Pizza Hut. That's who gave book it. Listen, it's been a day and I've been up all day to see it. I was woken up. I was like, good morning, it's Friday, get the hell up. And then I called my friend Devin because who else is up at 4:30 in the morning but another menopausal woman who also is having a hard time with the things that we're doing right now. And she was like, hello, I rolled over to pee. And I was like, well, can you roll over to talk? Because I got some things to say. So we did. We talked for about 2 hours. We watched the sun come up, and then I said, I'll call you later. I usually wake my friends up. If I call you before 9 a.m., you're in the inner circle. If I call you after 9 a.m., it's probably something that I forgot to tell you earlier. If you don't hear from me at all, it's because we ain't close enough for me to call, and that's probably your fault. Thank you. I got these sunglasses at the Lane Bryant. Norma, they were on sale during the winter times when they were clearancing last year's stuff, so I just bought them. I mean, who's going to know that them's fat girl sunglasses except that I'm wearing them, right? So, I'd love to come out west. How about some honey butter and high society? I like that. I'll make a cheese ball. I'll even show you my legs. Tell me when and where. So, I have got a pretty busy couple weeks coming up. trying to get my house in order, my garden planted, my chickens riled up, my ducks in a row, and everything out of that car, and it vacuumed and washed like it's not a bunch of hoodlums living in it like we're homeless. Why is your car your purse? Why do you get in my car and go, oh, we might not live to see the tomorrow? There's just so much stuff everywhere. I think that a girl's car is just an extension of their purse. It's like, we know where everything is, don't mess it, you know? What I got to say about that? There's a wild hair sticking between my forehead and my sunglasses, and it keeps flicking me in the face and bugging the shit out of me. It's hot. It's about 85 degrees today. I got to go out there and plant some Bankavine and some peppermint and some, what else did I get? Summer basil. And mostly just to keep the groundhog from eating the rest of the shit that I put out there in the garden. I swear I'm going to hit him in the head with a shovel if I ever see him again. Keeps eating my shit. It's like Caddyshack, but in Appalachia. I don't like it. So, hi, Junior. I was just talking about you. I didn't have a box big enough for your hat, so I'm going to send it in the morning. So sorry about that. When I was at the post office, they didn't have a box big enough, so I have to go over to the going postal place. I don't know. Who would have thought they'd been out that specific size of box? It's a Friday. So anyway, if you want me to come to your neck of the woods, then let me know. You have guitar, we'll travel. I'll even wear a fun hat since we're out of first season. Beware that we are going into locust winter, which should kick off this weekend. It's supposed to dip back down, maybe have a frost, so make sure you cover up your tender plants and your ferns with a bed sheet if you haven't already. So,
a bunch of people have been asking, how do I get notified when Sarah Beth Terry goes live?
you have to get on them three little dots and say favorites, and then it'll tell you every time. Or you can subscribe to me and it'll tell you whether you want to know or not. Or you could just be my best friend and send me chicken feed, and I'll just call you and be like, hey, I'm fixing to go live. There's all kinds of options. I don't have a very big garden. I got a lot of raised beds that I'm going to have to settle up because the chickens got into them last year and kind of destroyed them. So I got 1, 2, 3 raised beds I got to clear out. But I'm just kind of doing it piddle bit at a time, you know? And I say piddle bit at a time because I don't really work in the garden like my papa used to until he got tired and had a heart attack. I would just work on it until I get hot, and then I sit down and I have something to drink and I smoke and I think about it. Sometimes I take a nap. And I get up in the evening, I'll dig a little more. I can never be a gold digger. I'm too lazy. Thank goodness I'm pretty. Ha! I told my husband the other day, I said, it's probably better that I'm not a size 8. He said, why? I said, because I'm funny and I'm smart and I'm talented and I'm real pretty. If I was skinny, people probably hate my guts. Lord, don't give us both hands. The groundhog. Oh my God. I can't. I can't with that groundhog. I just can't. And thank you for spelling her name right. Oh. Do I use the bartering system from time to time? I've been known to trade some things. Not as bad as in Genesis when Leah traded some mandrakes to Rachel to get to sleep with her husband. I don't know anybody that would do that. Like, that's not the kind of bartering I do. But, you know, I'll trade a tomato plant for a pawpaw tree or something. A dozen eggs for some feed. Money for me to come sing at your house. You know, whatever. I barter. Just remember to add tax. Anyway. It's such a gorgeous day. I think I'm going to get out there and enjoy some of it. Might put my feet in the stock tank and see if I can't get a tan. It's only 4 foot deep. 3 foot deep. 4 foot deep. 3 foot deep. I don't know. 4 foot deep. Yeah. And a 4x4x2. Yeah. So. You'll trade plants. Yeah, we can do that. Hi, Brian Wayne. What's going on? Anyway, I'm tickled that we're all here together. Get to see each other on the porch on a Friday afternoon before things get crazy busy for the weekend. You got any plans? You know, my favorite holiday's coming up on Monday. It's also Winona's birthday. 420. It's not my favorite holiday. Christmas is my favorite holiday. followed by my birthday, which should be a national banking holiday. Followed by 420. Hello from Texas. Hellur. Hello from Boyd County. We're just right across the holler. You in Catlettsburg or Ashland? Doesn't matter. Hello to Boyd County. All right, friends. Well, that's all I know today. Just keep your Bibles open and your paddle dry on your head on a swivel because people are acting crazy in this day and age. Be nice to old people, animals, and children. Try to like your neighbor, love God, and love yourself. Give it all to Him. I love you. He does too. Why not? So we'll probably be back on later. Who knows? Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for sitting on the porch, liking the music, subscribing to the page, sharing it with your friends, telling everybody about the Gretchen Wilson video and sharing that with your friends. Share it, share it, share it, share it. Hashtag redneck shit. Share it, share it. Like everybody's told me to share this. Do it. I want G wakes up tomorrow. She'll be like, why has this been shared 300,000 times? Be like, that might be my fault. Share it. Anyway, I love you guys. It's so good to see you. Thanks for joining me on the porch. I hope whatever you're doing this weekend that you do it with gusto and you do it on purpose and that you give God the glory. In the meantime, remember, and perhaps the most important of all, I'm Sarah Beth Terry, and you're not. Bye.